Did you turn your house phone off? So let me unplug this.
Welcome to the A Collective.
The girls are fighting.
The media is already sending where sisterhood meets sad.
Girl, this is funny.
Oh, I'm putting bloopers in at the end of every episode.
Hi there, and welcome to the A Collective. I'm Shannon, and over there is LV.
And over there is Stacy, who doesn't want to introduce herself, so I'll do it for her. She's so pretty.
Yes, she is.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us today.
It's crazy. We're doing the thing.
Yes, we're almost 2 in.
We will be 2 in just a little bit.
So what are we talking about today, ladies?
Should we talk about a little dating, little something, new year,
Yeah.
doing a new thing.
New booze?
So I'm single, and I've decided to jump back in this year into the dating pool. Listen,
Okay.
y'all pray for me because, yeah, it hasn't worked out well before.
Well, you're claiming that it's going to be different. You're
It
going to find
is.
someone amazing. But what site are you going to?
That was going to be my question. Have we decided, are we doing multiple?
No, I don't think I have the bandwidth for multiple right now. I think we're going to try Bumble. I've never tried Bumble. I have tried like eHarmony. I've tried Match. I feel like I've tried something. Oh, Tinder. Tried Tinder. So, I think we should give Bumble a try. I'm going to follow in your footsteps, LV.
Well, and Bumble and Tinder are similar. Like,
Are they?
They're similar in the sense that, like, you're swiping through and you have your little bio and your pictures. Originally Tinder was like the hookup. And then
That's what I was about to say. That's why I made the face.
Well, I didn't. There are a lot of people I know. I have a family member who met someone on Tinder and got married, and they have a baby now. But the guy I met and was really talking to, we're still friends. But yeah,
it wasn't.
Okay, we want details. What was wrong? Like,
Oh my
he's the
God.
friend, but not dating material.
So we talked a lot on the phone before we actually met in person, and we then met in person, and it fell flat. Zero chemistry, zero, like, it was just like, yeah, this ain't it.
Was he funny looking?
No, I don't. But
Well,
it was
he's your friend now, so we can't. Yeah.
There was no attraction. I haven't spoken to him in quite a while. We are still Facebook friends, and he's a MAGA person, and I am amazed at some of the stuff he says.
And he believes it too, doesn't he?
He does. He absolutely does.
And y'all are friends on Facebook?
But I don't spend a ton of time on Facebook anymore.
Let me find his name. I want to see him so I can go troll him.
Listen, he would troll. Yeah, he would troll you right on back, baby. He would go tit for tat.
I've got that time.
And I'm just like, because the first time I was like, you kidding me? And people, I remember the first time Trump ran, people were like, are you serious? You can't be serious. And I would be like, I'm just ignoring you. I scroll on by. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, he's all in, still all in. And he's one of those protect the patriarchy, all of that. And I'm just like, yes.
Is he black?
Yes, he is.
Where are his mama and them? What happened here?
In Metro
Sadly,
Atlanta.
probably drank the Kool-Aid as well.
No.
No?
Uh-huh.
I
figured.
So he's like a lone
He's
wolf.
an outlier. He's an outlier.
Yeah. Okay. And so he is hardcore Trump as a black man. Okay. Herschel Walker. Herschel.
Oh,
Yeah, did you?
God,
Okay,
don't get me started.
not taking a hard left, but did we hear he's being nominated for ambassador to the Bahamas?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
What sentence is he going to formulate? How is he going to help anybody over in the Bahamas?
Listen,
That's
You know
embarrassing.
what he's gonna do? He's gonna get real good at hiding money.
Oh, no, if his capacity is all there, it's limited.
I remember, I'm from Athens. I remember when he was in school, and I remember running into him at the Dairy Queen with his now ex-wife. I believe she's his ex-wife. Yeah.
How was that encounter?
But he was a rock star back then.
He wasn't as known, diminished capacity. It wasn't there, or it wasn't known. Okay, so it was.
Was from Wrightsville. He has a very interesting story. Very interesting, like where, like not only the town he grew up in, but like specifically like the home and all of that.
Okay, so he has an interesting home life.
Wrightsville was that big. Its claim to fame was like an infamous prison that a lot of state inmates got sent to in Georgia, like you were in Wrightsville down there.
Okay.
So yeah,
A rough town.
yeah, it was very poor town, very poor, very poor.
We have a town like that where Luigi was, where they were holding Luigi.
Wow.
Because
So,
it's
yeah.
like the most maximum secure. I mean, it's a maximum security prison in
Okay.
Huntington. They were holding him there. Huntington's the same way. Like it is poor, and it is, yeah.
Okay. So do we think, I don't even want to analyze Herschel Walker, but okay. We went down a rabbit hole on how he even got here. But poor Herschel.
He's being rewarded.
And maybe like, could you not be around quite so much? Thanks.
To shut up.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. That's all we're going to say about him is bless his heart.
With all this, like the Matt Gaetz of it all, dating is scary.
It is. It is. And my philosophy and what I do now is very, very different. I date very differently now than I did in my 30s and 20s. Like, first date, it's a coffee date. We'll go for coffee because it's low financial investment, it's a public place, and it's low time risk.
I broke
Because
all
it's
those
just
rules.
the time it takes to have a cup of coffee to see if we vibe. And, if we are, let's have 2 cups of coffee or let's have some more tea or whatever. But again, like I learned my lesson because I've been stuck on some horrible dates. So first date, coffee. We go have coffee. Because if we both agree at the end of coffee we don't like it, guess what? We've lost $6 each, maybe. I don't even
So
need you to pay for my coffee.
That's what I was about to say. Okay. I had a bad date years ago, but we met somewhere and I told him I was going to the bathroom and I left.
That tracks.
Okay, so what was bad about the date?
He was annoying. He was annoying as hell.
He was breathing.
Annoying?
Yeah. So he played football, and so he had the football E. And so I was like, I'm not here for this.
Professional ball or was this college ball? Professional.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not here for this. So I'm done. So I said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I politely picked up my things and shimmied on out of there and got in my car. Yeah. He called and I didn't answer. Yeah. It just wasn't my thing. I couldn't do it anymore.
I'm not surprised.
So now
No.
when he tells the story of you, that you died.
That's fine.
You died in the women's
fine.
room.
Yeah, that's
He was a
fine.
hero.
I don't care. Yeah, yeah. It was that. I don't even know why I agreed to that. Live and you learn.
Yeah, live and you learn. But yeah, so coffee dates are first dates for me. We don't do anything but coffee because it's just low time commitment. Because if it falls flat or there's no chemistry or it's just painful, it's awkward, guess what? Coffee's cold. I think I'm going to go.
Yeah. You don't owe anybody any explanation. LV, tell us about your dating chronicle.
Jesus. Well,
You're the professional here. So you gotta.
yeah, no, not a professional. I'm exactly
You did
what
Rainbow
not to do.
Shannon.
No, but she's right with that because like it was, the first time around after my divorce when I just kind of was like in denial about everything that had happened. And so was just kind of trying to pretend like everything was okay and try to date maybe just a little because my daughter had to spend the night at her nanny's on Friday nights because I would work until 8 on Fridays. Well, and prior to the nanny, like she would stay at my parents' house. But like I'd work until 8 p.m. at least, usually 8:30, close to 9. I would actually get out of the salon. And then I'd have to turn around and be back there at like 8 a.m. So it just was too much of a turnaround. So my parents would just keep her. And so I would have Friday nights available. So I was trying to do a little dating, and sweet baby Jesus, there were some bad dates. So coffee is so smart. So smart. I, of course, broke all the rules with Coach. Those rules, broke them all because, we watched an entire football game and then some, because we watched the end of the previous game at his apartment, also not safe. And I drove to him, which apparently, according to one of my girlfriends, she is on me about this.
So I didn't want to, violate your boundaries, but that would have been a no.
Oh, yeah. And I understand. I understand a lot of that, but I'd done enough background on
investigative work.
Yeah.
You felt safe.
Yeah, I felt safe. I also, a friend of mine had my his exact address, his full name, his phone number. She tracks me on, she will ask me what I'm getting from Starbucks or what I'm getting from Target. This is just how we do. While it was not the smartest, and I would not recommend anybody ever do that, I did it, but I survived.
You're
But
safe.
no,
We see you.
Yeah. It's not so much that I did it. It's that both dates I have driven to him. And she is like, he should be coming to you. And I'm like, I understand. Normally, 100%, every guy I've dated from the outskirts has always had to come to me. You want to see me? You got to come to me. But with him, it's different because of his profession.
Are you safe with him knowing where you are?
What do you mean? Like,
where you live?
Oh, I don't let men in my house until I know what we are.
Right. Okay.
And even then, few and far between. It's more that, there are times when he has to be in the office on a Saturday until 8 p.m. So if he then has to drive the 25, 30 minutes here, it's easier for me, if we know he's going to be home at 8:15, to get over there so that we have more time. I know, and not everybody's going to agree with it, but I think that that's another reason, though, why not every person is meant to date someone like that, like a collegiate coach. You know what I mean? Because you do have to bend in some ways that might, in another relationship, make you look desperate or valuing yourself. It's just acknowledging that schedule is insane and trying to make it as kind of easy as possible. Now, that's not to say I'm gonna just always be like, oh no, I'll come to you, babe. No, he has to come here sometimes, but if the majority of the times I have to go down there, I get it. But he's also just a man of few words. And Saturday night, the second date, the second Saturday, because we got together 2 Saturdays in a row, he was like, so you want to keep doing this? And I was like, you mean like this, all of that? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I want to keep doing this as long as you want to keep doing this, because I'm pretty okay with it. And he was like, or I was like, do you want to keep doing this? And he was like, yeah, I do. Was that his way of kind of being like, so are we dating?
So did you go back and ask for clarity, or no?
No. But he deleted his Bumble after that conversation. So I'm like, should I be deleting my Bumble?
No.
I mean, I'm not swiping because I just don't, I've never been good at that. And the last time I tried dating, everybody was like, oh no, you gotta be going out on dates with I'm like, I'm not
juggle.
capable of that. I can't juggle. I tried once. It did not go well.
Did you get
caught? I ended up with my ex-husband. Yeah. Now, granted, apparently the other one was also in a relationship. I have really bad taste in men. Sweet baby Jesus, what am I doing?
So
just dating.
Yeah. And there are no rules to it, right? So you have a conversation with him if you want clarity on what you guys are doing. Are you exclusive the next time you guys go on a formal date? You hear that? Formal.
Well, and that was that, but he was the one that was like, next time we need to go, or, we need to do the real date.
Okay.
We've gone on 2 dates. Like, I get that, but I'm also dating with the intention of finding a
Marriage.
partner.
Do you find it's harder dating now?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% harder because I'm like, well, why are you single?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're in your 20s, it's like, well, everybody's single. It's almost like odd if you're divorced in your 20s. Then it's like,
What's
why?
wrong with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why do you get
Mhm.
divorced? But like once you
Mhm.
hit your 40s and older, it's like, wait, even in your like mid 30s, it's like, oh, you haven't. Okay, so why? And there's plenty of reasons why, but there is that little. It just sometimes and I think as sexist as this is, it's more with the men. It's like, well, what were you doing? Are you a cheater? Do you
Yeah.
not like to be in a relationship? You know?
See, I'm going to disagree. I think so I would be asking those questions, but as someone who's never been married, I get asked a lot, like, why are you not married? Why didn't you get married? Didn't work out. That's why I'm not married.
Mhm.
But then something must be wrong with her. She's
Oh,
never
see,
been married,
I'm very sexist in my beliefs with that.
but you've been married. So, like, you don't get that question. Like, so me and some of my other friends, like, what's wrong with you? Why have you never been married? Because I have several female friends who've never been married
Same.
that are in their 50s.
I guess because I tend to, again, I'm admitting my sexism. So, don't come for me in the comments. Like, I look at it more with men because, like, with a woman, I'm like, well, there are so many shitty men out there. I'm not shocked you didn't pull that trigger. But, like, with the men, I guess I'm more like infidelity.
Well, yeah,
Like, what
I
is
do
it?
want to know if you've been married. Yeah, I want to know what happened. I do
Mhm.
want to know what happened in previous relationships and if you're divorced, if you have kids. And now I'm at the age where I'll date a man with kids. In my early 50s, my 30s, and my 20s, I would not date anyone with kids.
I wouldn't either, Shannon.
Absolutely would
That's a
not.
deal breaker. No,
Yeah.
because I don't have any.
Yeah, I just, it was just a lot of drama and stuff. And I'm still leery. I'm cautious.
I mean, it's a
Cautious
lot.
is wrong. To date someone with kids because I want to know what kind of relationship you have with their mother. Just kind of what does that look like? And I'm somebody when I date because I'm dating with the intention of marriage, that kind of thing. I don't want to shack with you. I don't want to live with you forever. No, I'm dating with the intention of marriage, but also I need to see you in all the seasons. I need to see you really, really angry because I need to know what that looks like. I need to see how you handle disappointment, the no's. Need to see it, what you look like happy. I mean, just kind of all the seasons. I need to see what you look like in
Mhm.
all seasons because that's going to tell me a lot. And I want to see how you treat your family.
That's
See
a
how you
good
treat
one.
your family because that's also going to tell me something about you.
And how you were raised.
Mhm.
That'll tell you everything. I have a lot of girlfriends that are not married, and we are mid, so same age bracket that have never been married and trying to date, and everyone says it's horrible. The dating pool has shit and piss in it at this point. Yeah.
Does
And what I've seen with my girlfriends and just having conversations, the women seem to be a lot more successful than the men are. And that is kind of a driver of like men being intimidated by women where they are.
I think some
So,
can be. I think that is true. Mhm.
so
That I initially was blaming my ex-husband's infidelity on the fact that I was the breadwinner. I was light years more successful than he ever had, and yeah. But there are so many men who can't handle it. In one of my TikToks, I found that guy who was like, I'm not looking for a boss babe, or I don't remember what else it was. And I was like, oh, okay.
well, what does he want?
He wants a housewife. He wants someone that I shouldn't even say housewife. He wants a body.
But at this age, are there people out there that want to be housewives? So I think about a lot of women that I know, and I'm just looking at you want to be a housewife?
Listen,
Okay.
I want to be a
Someone
kept
I
woman at this point. I'm tired.
Yes, yes, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So there was a guy I dated in my G's, and he was like, and now looking back, it was a test. He asked me, would I not work and allow a man to basically take care of me? And because of how I grew up, I was like, hell no. I have to have my own money, my own, yeah, no, absolutely not. He was like, okay. And our relationship did not flourish after that. And years later, I was like, oh, that was a test. He was testing me. I didn't realize it in that moment. But years later, I was like, oh, that was a test. And now I'd be like, yeah, you want to take it? Come on, bet, bet. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll iron your clothes. Bet. You got everything else? Let's go. Absolutely.
Where is
Exactly.
he at now?
He's around.
Okay.
Does he?
Is
Does
his
he
wife
have?
a kept woman?
Yeah.
He's not married. No, there's no. We're friends. No,
Friends turn into lovers all the time.
no, that ship has sailed.
It can come back around though.
No, we're not gonna spin the block on that one.
Okay.
A lot's happened. A lot of things under the water, bridge, all of that. We won't spin the block on that one.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Well,
he's a
that's
good
fair.
friend. He's a very good friend.
I never saw because I had my business and all the things, and I never wanted to be a kept one. I never wanted to be a housewife, never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. But now, yeah, I'm so tired of having to worry about the bills and all the things. Yeah, it sounds real good.
Listen, the trash is still down. The trash can's still down at the end of the driveway.
Well, maybe if your driveway wasn't 10 miles long.
Yeah, but I still have to roll it out and then roll it back. I'm tired of that. I'm over that. The filter in the air conditioner needs to be changed because the house is dusty.
Crap, I
I'm
gotta
over
do
it. I'm over it. Find somebody else to do it.
that. Mhm.
So yeah, I'm like housewife me at this point. If I knew then what I know now, I would have been like, bet you could take care of me.
Yeah. I'll just make my cute little TikToks, and if I make money, I make money. If I don't, it's okay.
I don't think I could ever do it.
Trust me, Stacey, I even 6 years ago, 7 years ago, well, especially before Sloan, before my
Okay.
daughter, 100%, I was like, gag me. That sounds awful. Like, I need to be making my money, like being my boss babe, all that. Now I'm just like, I just want to be able to take her wherever and do whatever and yeah,
And not worry about it.
and not worry about it. Just be like, okay, oh, you want to go have lunch? Because let's say, so I got to live down there. I'd be like, I'll meet you for lunch. I got time.
Yeah.
It it appeals to me. And I never thought it would. And even when Sloan was little, it still didn't appeal to me. But now, it sounds like heaven.
My two
It literally
housewives friends.
I know.
If I knew that, but I grew up in a home with very, very strong women. I was taught very early, not necessarily to not depend on a man, but to make sure you had your own, make sure you understood how to do things. Like when my mother got me my car, right, for college, she taught me how to check the oil. She taught me where the antifreeze was. She taught me the essential things I needed to know about a car, and was like, do not let this oil run out. Don't ever. You will burn up your engine. Whatever you do, don't do that. And that stuck with me. So I was never groomed or of the mindset, go to college, get a husband. I just thought there was a progression of things. But I think that there was a live where some women were talking about it. And it was around the whole Bama Rush thing and how a lot of those young ladies are groomed to go to college, get the husband while you're there,
Uh-huh.
and then live happily ever after or whatever. And, Black women, that's not what we're taught at
Yeah,
all.
we are not. And I was about to say that. I was like, it wasn't that. It was you go to school, get your degree, be able to do what it is that you want to take care of yourself. Getting married is a plus.
Mhm.
That's an added bonus to it.
I was groomed to get my MRS.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, my mom went from her very privileged Northern California wine country home to Iowa State, where her father had gone, my grandfather. She met my dad her senior year. She was a Theta, so she was in the sorority house. She met my father, who was the Theta Xi. But met my father while he was getting his PhD, and they were dating for, I believe, 6 weeks when they got engaged. And then they married the same day my mother graduated, got her bachelor's.
Wow.
She literally graduated in the morning, got married in the afternoon at the Episcopal Chapel on the Iowa State campus. And so my mom literally went from her father's house to the sorority house to my
her
dad taking
husband's
care
house.
of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she never had to have a job. And so I was very much groomed in that Martha Stewart. That's why I make the jokes that, you know, she was Martha Stewart minus the jail time. Like, I was I did not ever learn how to do those things. I think my dad tried to teach me how to change a tire, but like, no. And so when I went off to school and then decided to leave school after I was assaulted, my mother had a huge problem with it because she was like,
how will you ever find a husband?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, you know, I had already kind of broken away from that sweater set wearing. I'd already started to get the tattoos and wearing, you know, the studded belt, and
The
Yeah.
rebellion came out.
yeah.
Yeah. You were your own person at that point.
Yeah. So, you know, because I think I fought against it, whereas you were taught like you need to be this strong, independent, get your job. Whereas I was taught, no, you need to find a husband. You need the 2.5 children and the house with the fence and all that. Like, and I rebelled against that and went boss babe. And now I'm like, well, I want that original. I'm so thankful that I did the things that I did. But now I'm kind of like, I mean,
Housewife me, baby.
yeah, it really doesn't sound that, especially now that, I mean, even if they take TikTok away, like there will be something else. Neptune is looking really interesting. Like I'm on the wait list for the beta, you know, all this stuff. But like just with social media posts, if I make some money, I make some money, and
What is Neptune?
it's going to be the next TikTok. It is interesting. It is female founded. The CEO is this. She is awesome.
Okay.
I'll send you their TikTok. They do, and they have a Discord. So if you get in the Discord, you can get on the wait list to be part of their beta testing. It's going to be very, very similar, but there are going to be definitely some differences.
It's not going to be like this one that everybody else was talking about.
No, there's been talk about video quality and this and that and the other.
So whatever happened to
Well, I think it's still there.
It's still
is
there.
anybody on it?
I mean, probably those same scary people that were.
They're probably glad we went away.
Okay, I didn't even realize that they were weird, so I went on.
I don't think I ever got on anybody's live. I got in lives, but not on a live.
I got pulled up on a couple, and I was like, I don't want to be here.
Felt like you were in Walmart, didn't you?
It was worse than Walmart.
Kmart?
What's worse than Kmart?
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, rural Dollar Tree, like banjos playing outside Dollar Tree. And you know, I mean, there's an app for everyone, and that one was just
That just wasn't for you.
No. So sometimes I'm just like, no, you're not my people. Does that make you a bad person? No, you're just not my people.
Somebody's a little bouche. I love it.
I was raised by Martha Stewart minus the jail time. It is next to impossible.
It's ingrained in her.
They gave me the freaking initials LV. It's their fault.
I know. Yeah. So we've got dating talk. So we'll have to come and revisit this because LV's going to have a conversation with her boo. We can revisit this, see where we are.
By the time this airs, who knows?
Shannon may be married.
Not that fast.
Yeah, but she might have gone on a few coffee dates.
Maybe.
I like the coffee date though.
I think it's brilliant.
Low risk, baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Because you don't,
yeah.
that means you don't have to share the awkward meal. Doesn't have to be long and
Because I ended up on a date with a racist once. I didn't know until he made a very racist remark. We had already ordered our food, so I was like, "Well, I'm
gonna
stuck
eat.
here." It was awful.
you're going to avoid all of that.
Were you in the car with him?
No, thankfully we drove ourselves.
You should have went to the bathroom. You know
Thought
what to
about
do
it.
now. Go to the bathroom and ease on out. Just gather your things and ease on out.
We were seated right by the door, though.
Oh, okay.
It might have been a little hard, but yeah. So coffee dates sound great. You know, if and when I am swiping again, I will be definitely doing coffee dates.
Do
They're
it.
the way to go.
I don't have my child. Well, I have my child tonight, but I don't have my child the next 2 nights.
So what kind of mischief are you getting into?
Literally this room with my TV and my dogs.
Okay, you're gonna watch TV?
Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
watch TV. I might make some videos. I might go live. I have no desire to go outside.
Have to go
Literally
out
no
today.
desire. Plus, there's no one in town anyway. Like I could get, because I got, Stacy, do not judge me. And Shannon, these would be goal because I'm in the extra large. It is the largest size, I'm pretty sure, from that Yozi or whatever brand, the TikTok
Okay,
shop brand. Yeah, YOZY.
Mhm.
They are wide leg trouser denim, so thin, so it flows with pearls on the front. They are
That's cute.
so good. Yeah, but sometimes it's like, oh, that just looks like a knockoff. Because again, I'm always like, is it gonna be a win or is it gonna be a loss?
Mm-hmm.
These are such a win, and I am dying to wear them with my new squirrel cropped jacket.
Squirrel.
I bought a faux fur.
I immediately thought about Colgate in the
But
video.
From TikTok shop?
Part of me wants to put it on and then just tag Stacy and just be like,
Yeah. What
No.
did you call? You were in the comments and you said, "Oh, this looks like the person with the hedgehog coat." And let me tell you something. I screamed. She called it a hedgehog. All I could think about Sonic.
I bet she's a friend of the hedgehog. coat.
Hedgehog. Yeah, hedgehog. All I could think about is Sonic running.
That's me. That same.
Yeah.
LB is the coat from TikTok shop.
Oh yeah. I'm always trying to see. It's
I want to
decent.
see.
After we finish the episode, I'll show you. It's so
Okay.
good.
So I have to bring it up. What did y'all think about Beyonce Bowl?
So Cowboy Carter
Mm-hmm.
didn't love
Not
the
your fave.
album.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not a country girl, so that ain't my thing. That ain't my genre. So I mean, I love that she did it. That she broke some barriers. The songs that got mainstream attention, I like them. Primarily because they were clips on TikTok and they went viral. Her performance, amazing. She ate that down. She is Black excellence personified.
She is.
She really is. And she gives a lot of thought into what she does, because I've seen a few videos about the Easter eggs and some significance behind some of the things that she did for the show. And I'm just like, yeah, you're amazing. And she's very intentional about that. So amazing performance. Loved it. Not a huge fan of Cowboy Carter, the album, but she did that thing. She did that.
I enjoyed it. I
loved
enjoyed
it.
everything about it. Yeah.
I agree though. The Cowboy, even like I like country.
Mm-hmm.
I just it was almost too bop country for me.
I felt like it was Beyonce. It was just
Yeah,
Beyonce on a different beat.
it was, and it wasn't my favorite of all that she's done. But I, bow down because
She's the queen, baby.
no one can do it like her. No one can do anything like her. And
No.
I mean, her performance was, everything is just amazing. I just wish that I liked that album more. Like, I want to like it. Like, I've tried
Mm-hmm.
Really tried to like it. It's just not. And I guess maybe it is because I do like country.
Is
That
it because it's different than traditional country than what you're used to? Because I'm not a country
yeah,
girl. Even though I live in Nashville,
yeah,
I don't listen to country at all.
right.
So,
I guess for me, I'm just not as big of a fan as of that real pop country. Like I like pop country, but only very
Mhm.
specific. When I look at Beyonce, I'm like, she could do anything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I kind of heard, like when I listened to it, I said, this is not country to me. It's
No, it's
Beyonce on a
not.
different beat because she's not twangy. She's not doing those things. I didn't feel like she tried to change her style of music. The beat and everything is just different. So, yeah, that's what I thought. I enjoy the performance. I was like, okay, I know it's Cowboy Carter. We know it's not a lot of things that she can do a dance break into. Like, that was the one thing. And I was like, how's she going to do this? She did have a dance
She
break.
did it.
Listen, she did that thing.
And she brought out Shabuzi. I thought that was great
Which I
because he got
love.
snubbed. He got
He
snubbed
did.
by the CMAs.
Yeah. And he
Um,
shouldn't have.
no,
Because sweet baby Jesus. Like
But the
that man had
CMAs
the
haven't.
song of the summer.
He did.
absolutely. And so I like how she brought him out.
I liked that as well. I was like, needs to be happening.
But Post Malone, he crossed over to country, and that's interesting to me.
I love his.
Yeah, but it's interesting. But there was
song.
no backlash about him coming into country like her.
100%.
Yeah. And so I was like, how is he accepted? And then she's not. We all know what the answer is, but
The same way the news reported there was record spending for the Christmas holiday, but last month we were concerned about the price of eggs and bread.
and gas, because I need to be able to fill up my car.
We had record-breaking Christmas spending.
I believe it
Oh, all right.
It's a lie.
because we know what that all is about. And that's the thing. We can deduce everything down to what it truly is.
But
Thing
then
of a
we're
thing.
crying wolf.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
2025 is approaching, and I think it's going to come in hot and heavy. The girls are fighting within the MAGA party. By the time this airs, I wonder what type of explosion will have occurred. So,
It's going to be a good one.
I know. Yeah.
It's coming.
Still got a few more days, and they are fighting like cats and dogs. So,
To circle back to Beyonce real quick. Everybody's talking about Act 3 and that 1/14 date she dropped, and that Act 3 may be rock and roll, that's where she's going next. The next album's going to be rock and roll.
I
I could see it. Who would
Because I
she
feel like-
collaborate with, though?
Baby, that thing. I mean, it'd be nice if she took it back to like Aerosmith.
but see, my dream would be Green Day. I feel like that would be because what's his name? Shoot, what's his name?
Chris, somebody?
No, the lead singer of Green Day.
You're thinking about Chris Martin.
Chris Martin. That's what I was
in-
thinking
Yeah,
about.
no,
Yeah, he's
that's
in- I forget the name of that group. What's the name of their
that's a group that I'm not actually a huge fan of. Oh my god, that's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on,
I hope it's not a tour. I can tell you that.
Coldplay. That is Coldplay. Chris Martin.
Okay.
Lead singer.
I like how you're doing that, LV.
Billy Joe Armstrong. Like he's got such a kick-ass voice. I would love for Green Day and Beyonce to do something.
Didn't she do something that was kind of rocky on Lemonade? Was it
She's gotten
Lemonade with
close.
Jack?
Jack Black.
Uh-huh.
Jack White. Jack White.
Yep.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
but I would love a full rock album. She would
Rumor
crush
has
it.
it that's Act 3, and it's what's coming next.
God, I hope so.
I pray that that's it because I don't have any money for a tour.
Yeah, that's the other rumor is speculation.
Yeah, I hope it's not. I hope it's not a tour.
Better scrape up them coins. Go shake a tail feather, ma'am.
And then I have to bring my.
What if
I
she
have to
drops
bring
the
my other
album
half.
and
She could. She could.
I mean, she's that girl. She can do it.
exactly?
Yeah.
She'd be like, we're going back out, baby. We about to hit this road.
Right. With a new album. I totally could see her doing that.
Let's not talk this up. I'll have to scrape my pennies together.
Oh yeah, see, I don't care because I never go to concerts anymore.
You don't. I love them.
I go.
You gotta go. You've gotta go, Shannon.
I go to concerts. I just don't go to Beyonce.
You need to go to see her at least once.
I'm
Just
good.
one time.
I'm good. I'm a fan. I'm good. I'm just not a beehiver. I'm good.
If you buy my ticket, I'll go.
Now, New Edition, on the other hand, all in, baby.
I've seen them, a few times, and I'm like, okay.
Saw them 3 times in 2 years. Any for life, baby.
You're any girl.
I am. I love me some New Edition. Because I can sing along, and it's just, I can even do some of the moves.
So you got the dances.
I
Okay.
had a really good time.
Okay.
This does not shock me. I'm very eclectic, but I mean, the last show I went to was Papa Roach.
Wow.
No idea.
Yeah, you know
The best
Papa
people
Roach.
watching of my life, I want to say, was Renaissance. Let me tell you something. The way
That.
Silver got mistreated and stretched out. I was sitting there. I was like,
Best people watching places ever. Airports.
Oh, I'm sure.
Airports are the best places to people watch.
okay.
So we're going to do the good, the bad, and the ugly because we're going to be trying to do this every episode. So we'll see. And who wants to go first?
I'm thinking of mine.
Let's see. The good was we're just getting over the holidays, and I had a Christmas tree up, and I hosted one event at my house and another event at someone else's house. I co-hosted at someone else's house. That's the most I've done in a while, especially the decorations. I hadn't decorated since my mom passed away. So that's my good.
Proud of you,
I'm pretty
sis.
proud of myself. Pin a rose on me.
Let's see. Good is we made it through the holidays. I got to relax. So I didn't do a lot of cooking. I didn't do any of that. No hustle bustle. I made it stress free. So that's a good part.
My good, I would say probably my good is that I pulled it off. She had a great Christmas. Even with the fact that I did not do all of my normal extra things like set the beautiful tables and this and that, like she still had a magical Christmas. And so that's really all that matters to me. And I survived. I'm still breathing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's a win.
What about bad? I don't know.
Well, I got my bad.
You want to share it?
There's no gym tomorrow. And there was no gym on Wednesday. So only 2 days this week. And I need a place to let all this crazy out.
Take those Barbies off that treadmill and turn it up as high as it can go. Let it
I'll
out.
go flying into that brand new water heater that I just paid almost $3,000 for. So no thank you.
The bad for me is knowing that I've got all of these trees that have fallen down in my backyard, and my yard looks a mess. So I need to get it cleaned up. Not where it's impeding anything, but it just looks, because it's winter and it's so bare. It looks terrible. And I don't have the money, because tree removal and cleanup is expensive.
Don't say you don't have it. It's not in your budget right now.
I don't have the money for that right now. I've got the money for keep these lights on and some other things, but I don't have the money for that right now.
You'll just sit there. What is the bad? I don't know. I can't really think of anything that's like bad.
Well, that's good.
That's
Do you have an ugly? Because I probably have an ugly too.
You know what? I will say what is ugly, that I am seeing all of the racism all over social media, and it's really coming out. People are emboldened, and that is really, really ugly.
Baby, they're not tucking that in anymore. It'd be like, you do realize your racism is showing.
Absolutely. And so I think that is the ugly part that I'm kind of going through right now, is seeing it even more and more as we approach the new administration, and people hiding, making excuses for their racism.
Oh yeah, because they ain't hiding it anymore. They are saying all the quiet parts out loud.
Some people. And some are still passive.
The also ugly is people just trying to gaslight us. Like, that didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not how this is. The gaslight is ugly. on social media, in regular media, just politics. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
gaslighting. A lot. A lot. That's not what really happened in history. History being whitewashed. That's not really what happened. You all
Mm-hmm.
are, you're trying to progress an agenda.
No,
One
that's
of
not
my
what's
best
happening
friends
here.
literally said, and keep in mind, another white woman from, an upper middle class area just outside of Pittsburgh. She looked at her husband and she goes, "We need to buy real history books right now."
Mhm.
She was like, "Because what they're trying to do, our children need to understand." And I was like, "That's my best friend," right? Like, but then I'm also like, how the fuck are we here?
Because people don't want to face up to things that are painful and talk about them and have real conversations about them. They just rather pretend
It did not.
that they did not happen.
Yeah. I'd like to pretend I didn't marry my ex-husband, but no, that ain't gonna do any good to anyone.
It happened. And, those who don't know their history or want to forget their history are doomed to
Mm-hmm.
repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on a very slippery slope right now, very slippery slope as it relates to our democracy, history, a lot of things, just a lot of things.
I feel like I said last week about how I feel like we're heading into the dark ages
are.
again. We're swinging right back around because we're no longer valuing expertise. We're no longer valuing education. We're no longer valuing science.
Being stupid is okay.
Hey, the dumber the
Absolutely.
better.
Yeah. Easier to be manipulated.
Well, they count on people not reading, not understanding. That way they can progress,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the agenda.
What's your ugly LV?
My ugly is that
Look, I'm going to lean in for this.
I literally, and this is, I made this, I'm pretty sure that I broke my daughter's toy and then didn't tell her. And so now she thinks that she broke it. And I'm
It's
just
okay.
kind of allowing that to happen.
You don't need that stress right now. She's a child. She's
I
probably
realize
broken
how
other
silly
things.
that sounds, but it's like she got from, I also effed up a couple times and was like, "Oh, Santa got that for you." And she was like, "No, you got that for me." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
We're the same.
Yeah, I literally almost was like, "Well, mommy Santa." So, but Santa gave her a Target gift card. And so she used the Target gift card to buy said toy. And then I was trying to help her unwrap it. And I pulled up on a spot I don't think I was supposed to pull up on. And then the poor thing sat there for the better part of an hour because it said it took an hour. I hid. And then when I came in and I was like, "Oh, they had their babies." She was like, "Yeah." And I was like, was it cool the way it went? And she's like, "Uh-huh." She clearly thinks she's
Oh,
It's okay.
buy her a new one.
No, I mean the babies came out. It's fine. But
So
like
it's operational.
she didn't
The whole
get the
experience.
joy of it, like doing it automatically. Like I think she had to pry the fucking babies out of the little,
What kind of toy is this?
called it like Animal Alive, or I don't know. It's like a little, is it a mouse? No. What is she? Oh,
Herman.
bunny. It's a little bunny and a little thing, and it's supposed to have like bait. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
She's
But
fine.
I like the guilt is strong.
Mom guilt.
Dude, yeah, I like literally ran away when I thought I broke it. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go do something." But now she totally thinks she broke it.
Let her believe it.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I will go to my grave
Yeah.
with that one.
She's fine. Nothing harmful. She's alive. She's not hurt. And she still has those babies.
But yeah, I mean,
No
and it's just ugly because I'm like, oh, a better mom probably would have been like, I broke that. No, I'm just gonna let her think she did. Nope,
You're fine.
not taking the heat for that one.
Don't take ownership of it. That's what people are doing around the world, right?
Might as
Nobody's
well.
taking ownership. Just
Right.
join the club.
Now I feel even more guilty. All right, friends. Well, we did another episode of the A Collective. And so if you liked what you heard, definitely make sure that you are following, sharing, give us a 5-star review. Those will really help. And if you don't want to give us a 5-star review, maybe a 4, but
Nothing
definitely
less.
make sure you write something. Nothing less. We will not accept that.
Nope.
Yeah, no, we will not accept that. If you want to leave us a really angry one, though, I mean, knowing us, we'll probably enjoy it and then mock you. But
I will.
yeah, same. Shannon won't because she's too nice. Voice of reason over there.
LV, we've got it.
We got it. Don't worry. But make sure you're following us on all the platforms. We are at the A Collective Pod, I believe, on all platforms, including Blue Sky. I know I got us a Blue Sky account.
Let's do it.
All right. And then our personal socials.
At Love or Hate Stace. Easy.
There you go. Make sure you follow her on all the platforms.
At SY Daniels.
And I make it very difficult on Instagram. I am LV_doesGLP1. I believe YouTube and TikTok, I am LV_does_Terzepi. But we hope y'all have a great week.
We'll see you the next time. Thank
See
you
you
for
next
joining
week.
us.
Sisterhood beats sass. This is funny.
Oh, I'm putting bloopers in at the end of every episode. Starting that. No, ma'am.
You're not going to start?
No,
No, the
she's
dogs.
like,
Okay. I was like, go ahead. Let's do it.
no, we're not. Sir,
LV, do you have on a Tupac shirt?
do I have an? Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay, I have that one too.
Yes.
My. Okay.
I saw the top
like
of it. I was
Tupac.
like, I think that's the Tupac shirt.
So I think that
Yes.
because I'm going to
On-
start and she's already starting.
And I'm not doing anything.
Listen, stay married,
that, Jeff?
sis. Stay
Right?
married.
Yeah,
Tell
because
anybody. Stay married.
it is something out there. Let me tell you,
It is the ghetto.
it's awful.